Hi there! Welcome to Groovy. Click on Create or Explore and get started.
To give you a quick overview, let's take a look at the Explore section first, which provides engaging voiceover musical lessons geared toward teaching children the basics of musical concepts like tone colors, dynamics, vocabulary, and more. Clicking on one of the Explore topics immediately launches you into the lesson.
Click on these shapes to hear long sounds.
You click on the flashing arrow to advance through the lesson, and if you're ever not sure what to do, Groovy will remind you.
Click the flashing button.
The lessons begin by teaching the concepts in a simple way and eventually ask students for more participation as the lesson progresses to test the students' knowledge. Students are provided with immediate feedback.
That's right.
And if they get something wrong, the program kindly allows them to try again.
Try again. That's right.
It even introduces written vocabulary to help students with their reading skills.
Groovy!
There are currently 13 topics in the Explore section, some more advanced than others, and many more lessons are coming soon. Next, let's take a look at the Create area. Clicking on the Create button takes you to a secondary menu that provides you with a variety of options. Would you like to customize your Groovy Music avatar? No problem. You can choose a general figure and then choose its hair color, skin color, and clothing. From the Create submenu, we can also launch 3 different levels and themes of Groovy's creative sequencer: Shapes, Jungle, and City. Clicking on either of the 3 New Song buttons opens up the New Song Setup menu. Here, you can switch to a different version of Groovy if you'd like, and then choose a variety of parameters to set up your composition within that environment. Groovy can lock you into a 5 or 7 note major or minor scale. This ensures that even the youngest students' compositions will likely sound good, as they will be composing with closely related tonal musical materials. When you're ready to begin, click Create Song to launch into your chosen Groovy environment. The Create side of Groovy Music is an animated drag-and-drop sequencer with a space between the vertical lines representing 1 bar of music. There are basic playback controls for rewind, play, and stop. At the top of the screen, there is a library of musical gestures and sound effects to choose from for building your composition. Clicking on one of the 10 main categories, like melodies, for example, reveals individual themed items that have different musical gestures built into them. You can hear these musical gestures by clicking on each item separately. When you find a musical gesture that you like, simply drag and drop it into the Groovy sequencer. You'll be able to adjust the pitch of the music from high to low, as well as the start time of the musical gesture from left to right, and you'll see this reflected in graphic notation. If you wish to change, delete, or add to any of the musical gestures, simply double-click on them to reveal their notation in a hybrid staff piano scroll editor. If you'd like to change the sound of any of the music in your sequence, you can click on the Instruments category and then drag the desired instrument on top of the corresponding item in the sequence window. You can add chords, arpeggios, and rhythms. You can play back your composition, change the tempo, and even add text or lyrics. If any part of your composition is a bit too loud or soft, you can even change its dynamic. Groovy automatically saves for you, so you don't have to worry about anyone losing their work. From the Create submenu, you'll find your song library. There is also a public area where Groovy scores can be shared. From your personal library, you can navigate to any of the sequences you have previously composed in either of the 3 versions of Groovy. Let's take a quick look now at some of the possibilities in Groovy Jungle and Groovy City. Here's an example of a short Groovy Jungle sequence. And finally, here's a Groovy City composition.